now is a slipper lobster. When I tell you guys I've been looking for this specific lobster for over 6 months, I'm not even exaggerating. And it is truly like a bizarre looking lobster species. You know, it is very unique. These two things are its eyes. It kind of reminds me of like a giant sea cockroach. And then if you turn him over this way, it even kind of looks more like a giant cockroach. A slipper lobster's main defense mechanism is all of these spikes along the ridge of his body. So what he's gonna do is find a crevice, and once they find that crevice or cave, they're literally just gonna get all balled up and put all of these spikes facing outward. That way, if any predator comes by, they're gonna get stabbed by the spikes. They won't be able to eat it. Look, and you can see as he's getting defensive, he's pushing all those spikes to the front of his body. He's tucking his tail away because he doesn't have spikes on his tail. And it's crazy to think that this is literally a lobster. It is so cool, man. I don't know why. These things are literally like giant bugs, and we get grossed out by bugs when we see them in the real world, but from the ocean, they're all like crabs and lobsters, and it's great to eat. Recently, I made raw marinated crab, and it came out really good, so I kind of want to try it with this lobster. The only thing is that their shells are incredibly hard to penetrate. I actually tried to do this to a different lobster with this knife, and it completely bent my knife. Right in the bulb of his head. There we go. Look at that. That nice white meat. I actually found its poop sack. Every lobster, shrimp, everything has poop, especially slipper lobsters. This is the poop sack of the slipper lobster. I think this is roe. Oh gosh. Now that your slipper lobster is in 2 pieces, you're gonna get a plastic bag. Teriyaki sauce too. Lobster in the bag. You should be good to grab any soy sauce. I just picked the first one, but I like teriyaki, not soy sauce. Put a good amount on top of this. They're really spiky also, so you wanna make sure that you don't accidentally poke holes through your bag. I have several holes already because of how spiky these lobsters are. Second bag. First bag in second bag. And now you're just gonna let this marinate. Give it like 3 hours in the fridge, you'll be good. While we're waiting for those to marinate, I got all these live prawns. I know it looks disgusting, but it's just sand at the bottom. Let's get this one. Yeah, that's a prawn if I've ever seen one. These blue prawns are easily my favorite shrimp out of the sea. They are the sweetest. I don't know what it is with their meat, but all you're doing when you eat one of these guys is twisting its back body off. This is the back body that you get. Once you get the meat out of that, you suck the head. Once you feel like you're confident in your marinade, all the teriyaki sauce is deep inside the muscles, and once you finish all your little snacks, all your little marbled prawns, super simple what we're doing next. We're gonna take butter, the real butter. None of that, I can't believe it's not butter crap. I personally like a lot of butter. I feel like it really adds to the flavor. You're gonna go ahead and let that melt. This is what the slipper looks like after it's been marinated. You can see the teriyaki sauce is all in the striations of the meat. Slipper lobsters taste a lot different than normal lobsters because of their striations. So if you take the most popular lobster, let's say a Maine lobster, if you look at their meat, their abdomen area, it literally looks like they have abs. Like their muscles are all bunched up and there's a six-pack on them. These lobsters, and also the lobsters in the Eastern Hemisphere, so like in Australia, New Zealand, anything on that side of the world, they also have striations in their meat. The reason it makes it taste a lot better is because those striations make it so that the meat is infinitely more tender. I actually just ate one of these for a different video. This is the second one that I'm making, and it was so good. I'm actually so excited to show you guys. Right before I put something on top of this, I'm gonna put a little bit of salt on each side of the slipper lobster, and then I'm gonna put them on their backs. So like this, so that they're facing up in the pan. Once they're on there, all I'm gonna do is cover it with a plate so that it steams and that butter doesn't get out and escape. I know this lobster is done when the sides of its spike start to turn red. Check it out, that is actually so perfectly cooked. I'm super excited about this. That is exactly what you want on your plate. Something I really like about these lobsters is right when you put your fork in them, they usually come out very easily. This is all the meat in that half of the lobster. That was so good. Now I know what you guys are gonna say. Nick is whack. Nick doesn't know what good things taste like. Nick would eat a cockroach, and I would. I have a special guest, she's gonna try this and give you her honest opinion so you can know what a slipper lobster tastes like to anyone.
I don't know.
Don't be scared, it's all good. It's not gonna bite.
What's this stuff?
That's roe. It was pregnant.
Killed it.
Girl, stop.
It's actually not that bad.
Not that bad?
No, it's fire. That's pretty
I know it's good, right? Just like a one bite thing to me. I don't know. I think you have a smaller mouth than I do, so maybe it's harder.
I mean, I don't like seafood like that, but that was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like crab or normal lobster?
It depends how it's cooked, but this is, you did good.
This is bomb, right? It's so bomb.
This is too big.
I'll take what you don't eat here. I'll just, don't mind me.